Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Sephora threw a sale at us. Okay, so really quickly, if you guys did not know, Sephora threw a new sale at us, and they are calling it the Beauty Insider Appreciation Event. So like, we already have our Beauty Insider sale in April, and then the second one is in like, I think, November. And they were just like, here's another one. I don't know why, I wish I could tell you, but I'm gonna explain it more once we get into the video. But really fast, hi, I'm Kendra. If you're new here, I post 3 beauty/lifestyle videos a week. And you should subscribe if you wanna see them. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram. I'm pretty active on it, so if you wanna see all those things, hit it up right here. But anyways, let's just get right on into it.
Hey guys, I'm using a Snapchat filter because I got out of the shower a while ago, no makeup, looking gross. But anyways, that is not the point of this. The point of this is to tell you, for some reason my camera was like super dodgy the whole time I filmed this video. The focus keeps going in and out, like it focuses on me and then focuses on the background. Sometimes it focuses on the background for longer than it focuses on me, and then sometimes vice versa. So I just want to say in advance, I apologize, and I hope that you can still watch and enjoy this video because I do talk about a lot of amazing products. So I apologize, but enjoy the video. I love you guys so much. Let's get on into it.
Okay, so we have our Beauty Insider Appreciation little sale going on here. If you are a Rouge, you get 20% off. If you are a VIB, which means you have to spend $350 a year, you get 15% off. And if you are just an insider, which anyone can be, no matter who you are, you get 10% off. So the first 6 days of the sale are for Rouge members only. So I've already shopped a little bit because I'm a Rouge member. I spend way too much at Sephora, but everyone else gets the sale from, let's see, let's count the dates here. So I believe this sale starts for everyone on the 30th, but if you are a Rouge member, you get it from the 24th, which was yesterday. Today's the 25th that I'm filming this, but it's not gonna go up probably until the 30th anyways. So this sale is pretty awesome. I gotta hand it to Sephora. Thank you for throwing a sale at us. I love that. The code for online shop is a one-time use code only, but if you get the card in the mail, you can go to Sephora as much as you want and use that card as much as you want during the sale. So this is really cool. But anyways, the reason I put this video together today was because I wanted to show you my 10 recommendations for what I think you should pick up on the sale. Now, I did buy stuff. I bought it online, and I do plan on going to the store later on too, so I'm going to do a haul video later, but this is just a like what I think you should buy. Now, if you have foundations or concealers that you're running low on, or something that you use all the freaking time, I think you should pick that up regardless because you might as well get a discount on it. This stuff that I have here though is all like extra stuff. Some of it is a little bougie, some of it is not as bougie, some of it is more staples. These are just things that I think are really cool, things that you should pick up, and things you should pick up during the sale because we need discounts. I only put one eyeshadow palette in here because, to be quite honest, I feel like the eyeshadow palette market is so heavily saturated, and everyone has different preferences and different colors that they use on a day-to-day basis, but this Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette is like something that literally anyone and everyone can use. Do you see all these colors? Like, you have every single color from the rainbow except for like a true red. Like, it's so gorgeous. Everything blends out amazingly. I mean, you can see how much I've used it. It's really dirty now. I love this palette. I did a review on this palette, and then I did a 3 looks 1 palette series. I will link those down below if you're curious. I think this is way worth your money. I think it's like 49 bucks or something. It's really not as expensive as you think it would be with all of these colors and with how big it is. It's got this gorgeous packaging, and it's got this huge mirror, which makes it amazing for like day-to-day or travel. I think this is worth your money. I think you should buy it during the sale if you've not, and if you were wondering about it or you're on the fence, just know that your girl recommends it. That's number 1. Number 2, they're kind of like bougie items, so that's why I thought it'd be a good time to pick them up during the sale, and those are the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzers. This is the Omega 104 Tantastic. This is the coconut one, and it does smell like coconut. It's kind of like coconut and sunscreen mixed together. It's actually quite pleasant, which sunscreen you might not think is quite pleasant, but it does smell really good. And this is the 102 Tantric. I personally prefer 102 Tantric. The color is more fits my skin tone a little bit better. It's a little bit more warm. But if you love a neutral bronzer or something that you can do for a little bit more of contouring purposes, this is your bronzer. This is amazing. They come with so much product. I mean, it's literally like the size of your face, and you get so much product. I said that twice. That's how today's going. Anyways, these blend like a dream. They look so gorgeous on the skin. They look seamless. And I've been using this for almost a year now, and it is still one of my favorite bronzers in the entire world ever, ever, ever. So if you are looking for a new bronzer, or if you want to add to your bronzer collection and you want to pick up something that you normally wouldn't spend money on, this is what I think you should buy. Those $49 each, so definitely buy them during the sale. If you're Rouge, that's $10 off. If you are a VIB, I think it's like probably around $7 off or $6. And then if you are just a regular Beauty Insider, you haven't spent the $350 to get the VIB, it is 10% off, which makes like almost $5 off, so pretty good deal. Okay, the next item is something you guys have heard me talk about so much. It's a staple in my collection. It's something I use almost on a day-to-day basis, and this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It has this lavender color. It is super hydrating, and it has a super subtle sheen to it. I just pumped out way too much. Anyways, when you blend it in, it doesn't look purple at all, but it looks like you have this most gorgeous like sheen to your skin. So hydrated, so fresh, so youthful, so dewy looking. This is something I've used for almost a year and a half now. I've used it all the time. I think this is my third bottle. It is quite expensive though. I think it is $38, and that is quite pricey for a primer, especially if you're using it on a day-to-day basis, which means you're gonna need to pick one up again soon. So you might as well pick it up during the sale. If you want something that is super similar but more glowy, the Backlight Priming Filter is also a favorite of mine. But this is my favorite out of the two. I love this so much. Becca just hit it out of the park with this one for me. It was perfect for everything I needed for my skin type, for my loves, for what I wanted, glowiness and hydration and flawless base for foundation. What else can I say? Okay, the next item is super new and expensive. So if you want it, pick it up during the sale, and that is the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter. There are 3 shades, fair and then light medium and then dark. And this is fair. It's actually the highlighter I'm wearing on my cheeks today. Do you guys see that? Like, it is intense. Now, I haven't swatched or tried the other shades, so I can't tell you what they feel or look like, but I can tell you that this one, it is kind of like a drier formula when you feel it, but it just looks like straight up gold, like glass on your skin. I guess I should probably bring my swatch closer. Do you see that right there? It actually, for me, I feel like it looks like it's gonna be more of a champagne-y pink shade, but when you put it on your skin, there's almost like no color to it at all. It is just the sheen. It is just like the glass-like skin, and I think that's why I love it so much. I wish there was more shades though, because I do prefer something that is not as diamond white, kind of more like goldeny peachy, but the second shade up is probably a little too dark for my skin, so I did not pick it up. But I like the fact that she does have a shade that caters to the majority of skin tones, so I do think there's something that you can find that would work for you. This is $38, which is the same price as a Becca highlighter, so they are kind of pricey, but honestly I think this is worth it, and you are getting, let's see, 10 grams of product, which is quite a lot, I feel like. Yeah, that is quite a lot. It's a pretty big pan, and it's a nice compact. You get a good size mirror, so it's good for travel, good for day-to-day use, and just like, look at that, you know? The next product is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick. This is in the shade Perk. I've never used this on my lips. I probably never will, but this has become one of my all-time favorite blushes ever of all time. All time? Should I say it a fourth time? All time. I have severely fallen in love with this. Like, it is a problem. I have to like tell myself not to use it every day. It is definitely one of like my top 5 favorite blushes ever. It has such a gorgeous sheen to it. Like, there's nothing I've ever tried like it. I'm just gonna like put some on my arm here so that I can show you. That was a really bad placement. Don't judge me. But it's this color right here. So this is something I use on a date, like this is something I use at least 3 times a week. Kind of as I was saying earlier, I have to tell myself not to use it. That's how much I love it. If you are super oily though, these might not be the blushes for you. What you could do is put it on and then set it with a translucent powder, but that does kind of take away the sheen to the blush. So I don't know, it just depends on like if you want a matte looking blush. But I love this. One of the things I love about the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Sticks, I really only have this shade, so I guess one of the things I love about this is that it really blends well on top of powder as well. So if you accidentally set your face and then you're like, oh shoot, I really wanted to use a cream blush, it still looks really great. At that point though, I would probably use a beauty blender and bounce it on your skin rather than drawing it, because if you draw it on top of the powder, it might pick up the powder and move it. It is so much product, like I feel like I'm never gonna go through this, and it makes your cheeks look so healthy and glowy and fresh and youthful and dewy, which I love. That's totally the vibe I'm going for these days, like a very natural makeup look, but also very fresh and glowy and dewy. I've been focusing on my skin a lot lately, you know? And this is like the most beautiful blush to add on top of that effect, you know what I mean? And I love it. It's not super expensive. I think it's $24, but you might as well get a sale on it because it's that great, so. And the reason I'm recommending this for you to buy during the sales because it has truly become a ride or die product for me, so I just want everyone to try it. Sam? Sam?
Yeah.
Could you turn the AC on, please?
What?
Could you turn the AC on, please?
Yeah, it's on right now.
It's so hot in here.
Okay, even though I just said I don't ever use foundation, or especially full coverage foundation, but if you are looking for a full coverage foundation, you should buy the Hourglass, not the Ambient Lighting Palette. That is something completely different. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I have the shade Bisque. I believe there's like 30 to 40 shades, so there are quite a lot of shades. This foundation looks so amazing on the skin. Now, I don't ever wear full coverage unless I am doing a specific look or like a full glam YouTube video, you know what I mean? But if you like full coverage or medium coverage, because you can definitely take this down to medium coverage, I highly recommend this. This works well for dry, normal, and oily skin tones. It is more of a dewy, satiny finish, so just make sure if you have oily skin to definitely like bake certain parts of your face or really set it with a good powder. This is my favorite full coverage foundation ever, like ever. It just looks so amazing on the skin. One of the things I love about this is it never looks cakey, and even though it's full coverage, it still looks like your skin. It doesn't look like you just put on a bunch of foundation and you just caked on full coverageness, you know what I mean? This doesn't look like that ever. I highly recommend this. It is quite pricey. I think it is $40. It could be $50 actually. Let's find out the real price. $46. So it is almost $50, quite pricey. So you would get like $8 off of it if you're a Rouge member, and if you're, you know, 15% off if you're VIB. If you're just a beauty insider, you get 10%. It's really worth your money if you want something medium to full coverage. Like if you really want something that's gonna look flawless on your face, and I think this is worth it. If you don't like full coverage, don't buy this, but I'm recommending it to those of you out there who love full coverage or medium coverage, and that's what you strive for. This has been something that I've had for a year and a half now, and I continue to love, and that's how you know it's a good one. Okay, so the next product, like, I don't know if this is like cheating, but like I've literally only used this once and I used it today, but I fell in love with it, so I'm sorry. But I know like there's like at least 5 of my favorite YouTubers who love it already, and this is the Too Faced Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, the Born This Way concealer. It's new. I think it's been out for like maybe a month and a half, like still fairly new. I have the shade Vanilla. There are like at least 20 shades. There are quite a few shades out there, and it is probably $24. Let's check. 29. So it is quite expensive. It is bigger than the original Too Faced Born This Way concealer, so maybe that's why it's more expensive, because you get more product. This is considered a super coverage concealer, which I will give it to, you know, say those claims do make sense. But you can definitely go in with more of a lighter amount and get more medium coverage, which is what I prefer. This is like the Tarte Shape Tape to me, but way better, because it is like so much prettier on the skin. The Tarte Shape Tape is a great full coverage concealer if that's what you're going for, but like this is a full coverage concealer that looks so beautiful and flawless on the skin. It blended out like a dream. Like it's funny because when I first applied it, I was like, ooh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this. I don't like the way it's sitting on my skin right now. And then I kept blending, and then after like a minute, I looked back in the mirror and I was like, what? Like this is amazing. I'm just like, I'm floored, to be honest with you. I've had it on for maybe an hour and a half now, and it still looks amazing on my under eyes. And it actually is not creasing very much, which is crazy because I have a lot of fine lines on my under eyes, and it looks amazing. Anyways, I've probably said amazing 15 times already in just talking about this product alone. This is a really awesome product. It is got this big doe foot applicator, which I love, similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. You get, let's see, 50 fluid ounce, 0.50 fluid ounces, which is half of a foundation. So that's pretty cool. Because usually in concealers you only get like a 10 fluid ounce? No wait, like 20 fluid ounces maybe? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Even though I've only used it once, honestly, like Jamie Page Beauty loves it, Kathleen Lights loves it, like a lot of YouTubers out there already love it. So if you don't want to take my word for it, take their word for it. And I love it. Let's move on. Okay, so this video is already getting way too long. So I apologize in advance if you're still here. Hi, I love you. This is product number 8, and you guys have heard me talk about this a lot already too. This is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer. I personally have the shade Capri Coast. I mean, look. When you're somebody like me who reviews makeup and buys makeup all the time, and you've hit pan like this hard on a bronzer product, that's when you know. That's when you know it's real. It's real love. I am obsessed with this bronzer. This bronzer is my favorite bronzer of all time, and this bronzer sits just like right behind it. You know what I mean? Like, they're really close. Sometimes I actually mix the two and I'm like, wow, why couldn't this be a real product? Like the mixture of these two bronzers, like that would be an amazing product. If you like a very natural looking bronze, but it looks like glowy goddess vibes, this is what you need. I think there are 6 shades. There's one a little bit lighter than this called Bondi Sands, I believe, and then we have Capri Coast, and then we have 3 darker ones or 4 darker ones. I cannot remember. I think there might only be 3 because I think there's 5 in the collection. That's amazing because there's like bronzer for every skin tone out there, I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is quite a large shade range. This is one of my favorite bronzers of all time, not just because of the color, the formula is amazing. Like, it literally doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of bronzer, even if you put on a lot. Like, it just blends so seamlessly into the skin. It is so glowy, but not like sparkle, shimmer on your face. It just looks like this gorgeous sheen, like you step out in the sun and you've got like this gorgeous goddess sheen bronze face on, you know what I mean? I don't know. This is something I've been using for a year and a half now. I continue to use it on almost a day-to-day basis. I'm really scared for when I need to buy a new one because I hate spending money on freaking Becca products because they're expensive. Like, I think this is $34 or $36. So it's quite up there in price, so that's why I think you should buy it, especially during the sale. If you're looking for a matte bronzer, I would go for the Marc Jacobs bronzers that I talked about earlier, but if you're looking for something that has a little bit of a sheen to it, these are it, and these are amazing. The next product is a contour product, which I also don't do on a day-to-day basis, but this product is so amazing that I have to talk about it. So this is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. It's so bougie that it comes in a little velvet pouch. It looks like this. It looks small, but like, trust me, like, I mean, if you contour every day, this may be kind of expensive, but if you don't contour every day, you contour on occasions or, you know, like not all the time, this is a lot of product. You won't need that much. It is $44 for this tiny little contour powder. There are 3 shades. This is the light shade, there's a medium shade, and then there's a deep shade. I'm pretty sure Nikki Tutorials is who made these famous. Like, she used to use the medium shade all the time. I'm pretty sure that's actually how I found out about it. But the light shade, they came out with the light shade like a year ago, and I think that's when they also came out with the deep shade. It's amazing. It looks literally like the most natural shadow ever on your face. Like, sometimes I won't even use this to contour my cheekbones because I don't contour every day, but sometimes I'll just pull this out just to use my nose contour, because nose contour is something I do every day because I just like having a slimmer looking nose. Like, who doesn't? I don't know. This is amazing. It's so expensive, $44 for a tiny little contour product. That is why I'm mentioning it in today's video though, because it truly is a standout product to me. It is a ride or die product. It comes in a little velvety pouch here, and it is $44. So if you want an amazing contour product, but you're not trying to spend $44 on it, I don't blame you. Just go pick this up during the sale and get your money off. You know, get some money off of it. I don't know why I said get your money off. It's just one of those things where you're just talking too much and you just keep going and it spills out of your mouth, you know? My last recommendation before I talk about it, I just want to tell you guys, I have so many recommendations, but I tried to really just narrow it down into these 10. And this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. These are the Becca highlighters. This one happens to be in the one Champagne Pop. I also have Pearl and I also have Moonstone, and I actually really want to buy Vanilla Quartz, which is a Sephora exclusive shade, so you can't even buy it at Ulta. This is one of the best highlighter formulas out there in my opinion, right next to Ofra, which happens to be also one of my favorites. But like, do you see that sheen on my hand right there? We all know Champagne Pop is from Jaclyn Hill. She created this with Becca. It is one of the most gorgeous highlighter shades, but in general, Becca's highlighters are some of the most gorgeous formulas and they just look so amazing on the skin. That's why I am recommending them to you guys today. $38 is really expensive, but you do get a lot of product. It is 8 grams, which is just 2 grams smaller than what you're getting in the Natasha Denona one. So technically, the Natasha Denona highlighter is a little bit more bang for your buck, so if you're going based off of that, maybe go for the Natasha Denona highlighter, but this does have a much larger shade range, the Becca one, so if you want to pick up a Becca one, I highly recommend them. They are amazing. Honestly, like, they are just tried and true. Like, if I'm ever like, I don't know what highlighter to use, I don't know what's gonna look good with this look, I always reach for like Champagne Pop or Moonstone. They're amazing, and I could say a million things about them, and it's always gonna come back to the fact that they're amazing. And I've probably used that word over 70 times in this video, so if I have, I apologize. I'm gonna go look up at I've been talking so much. I'm gonna go look up at the thesaurus and find some new adjectives to use for these nouns. Is that what it is? Honestly, it's been so long since I've been in school, so hopefully I'm not throwing out the wrong like names for things. Anyways, those are my 10 products, you guys. Please let me know down below if you have any other recommendations and put them in comments, because I did pick up an order online, but I'm also probably gonna go in store and buy some more things. So let me know what you think I should buy down below, and also let me know if these are any of your favorites or like tried and true products. And also, I forgot to mention, please ignore this. I just had surgery, and if you didn't see my last video, I talked about it a little bit there, but like, I just had surgery, and so I have to keep these. I used to have like a cast on my arm, but I have to keep these pieces of tape here until I think like Wednesday of this week. And then there are stitches beneath, and then I'm pretty bruised up still, so everything's healing and I'm fine, but I just thought I'd let you know why it looks like this. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night. Thank you for sticking around for the whole video. If you did, I love you so very much. But anyways, I love you very much.